Hello. Hi there. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live. I am your host, Pretty Powerhouse. I am a pretty girl coach. I help beautiful women all over gain their confidence, develop personal skills, and take their power back. So that's the type of stuff that I talk about, okay? You guys go ahead and like the live, share the live. Happy Friday, happy Venus Day, happy Good Friday, you guys. Welcome in. Have a seat, like the live, share the live. Let's have some conversation today. I missed y'all yesterday. I was too tired to go live, honey. I was very tired. I had a lot going on yesterday. But I'm back today, so welcome in, everybody. We got 4 people in the building. Let's get some likes. Let's get some shares. Welcome in. I'm really happy to see y'all today. Let's get some likes and some shares. I got some really good conversation for today. Gonna switch it up a little bit. I usually talk about my ebook and things of that nature, but the title of today's live is Glamour and Beauty Magic. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Y'all go ahead and like the live. It's 5 people in the building. I'm really glad that y'all are here with me today. Let me sip some more of my water. Happy Good Friday. Happy Venus Day. So let's talk about glamour and beauty magic. Has anyone ever heard of that before? Glamour magic, beauty magic, or just glamour? Let's see. Now, before I get started, I am currently writing an ebook on this topic. So I won't share everything that I know about this topic because I'm saving a big chunk of it for my ebook. Yes, from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Right, okay. So y'all go ahead and give the likes, give the live some likes. Y'all can share the live if you like as well. Hey, everybody that's coming in. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about glamour and just why it's so important as a pretty girl or as a beautiful woman to make sure that you are always being very intentional with your glamour, to protect yourself, protect your glamour, make sure no one else is trying to siphon your glamour from you, that type of stuff, okay? So, glamour is basically, in a more spiritual or magical sense, it's basically a way to enhance your appearance or your presence in order to get a desired result. That's the basis of glamour. Now, you can attract with glamour or you can repel with it. So you can go either or. It doesn't always have to be about being super gorgeous and glamorous and beautiful. It can also be used as a measure of protection against evil, okay? And you can use your appearance and your presence to do that with glamour magic, okay? So that is the basis of glamour. And it is a practice that's been used for millennia, okay? It's one of the oldest forms of magic. It's one of the oldest forms of, spiritual practices because it's so powerful. Remember how I always tell you guys, beauty is powerful. Beauty is spiritual. And it is because of the effect that beauty has on you internally, with your emotions, as well as the outside world. It's very, very persuasive, powerful energy. Okay, so this is why I always say that beauty is powerful and beauty is spiritual and that it is a spiritual gift. And it is your absolute right to use it to your advantage. Okay, so the reason why I love Friday so much, it's because Friday is ruled by the planet Venus, right? And Venus rules over beauty, love, pleasure, and even money as well, okay? And this planet, or a deity, right, is basically a really, really good way. Using that energy or channeling that energy is a really great way for you to increase your glamour, okay? Enhance your beauty. There's a reason that the word cosmetics exists. You know, the cosmetics, your skincare, your beauty products, your beauty products, your makeup, things of that nature. The root word for cosmetics is cosmos. Cosmos is the ethers. The ethers is the void, the dark matter, right? The atmosphere, space, right? So there's a spiritual undertone, or there's spiritual esoteric meaning when it comes to beauty, being beautiful, or beauty products, makeup, all these different things, right? There's an energetic attached to it. Hey, Mama Yo, there's an energetic attached to it, right? And so this is why I always emphasize the fact that it is your right to use these things to elevate yourself, because that's what it's for, right? That's what it's for. Beauty in and of itself, you being born pretty, beautiful, whatever, and then adding on to that with beauty enhancements. There's nothing wrong with this stuff. Nothing wrong with it at all. Excuse me. Whew. So now let's talk about Venus some more. So I absolutely love the planet Venus because I'm a lover girl, right? I love all things beauty, girly, glamified, feminine. You know, I move from the heart center, the heart space. I'm a Pisces, so all that jazz. And then, you know, the planet Venus gives you the courage to indulge. Now, you don't want to overindulge in things, but it gives you that energy or that courage to indulge in the things that you find pleasurable, right? Because when it comes to glamour, this is supposed to be pleasurable. This is fun, right? This is what, you know, as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, this is what makes, you know, being a woman fun. The fact that we have so many different things to entertain ourselves with: makeup, hair, the way we look, you know, the things that we're interested in, those things are pleasurable. This is supposed to be pleasurable. Putting your makeup on, getting dressed for the day, and looking good is not supposed to feel like a chore. If it feels like a chore, then you are not operating with a glamour mindset, or there's some disconnect there, right, between you and the deity Venus. Or, you know, she could also be referred to as Inanna, right, or Shira, or Aphrodite, right? All of these different goddesses represent Venus. Basically, they all stem from Venus. You know what I'm saying? So with all that said, let's get into ways that you can increase or elevate your glamour, right? Like I always tell you guys, start getting in the mirror. Get in the mirror. Get very comfortable with looking at yourself in the mirror, so that way when you're out in the real world, you're not afraid of people's reactions to your beauty, or you're not concerned with what people will think about you, right? You can't, as a pretty powerhouse, you can't concern yourself with what people think about you. You have to be very, confident within yourself that no matter what these people are saying, you're going to stand in your power and just be, right? Because that's the whole point. To just do your thing, just do you in any way you see fit, right? So I really need you ladies to start getting comfortable with that mirror, right? I got quite a few comments on one of the videos I did about this particular subject. I think I did that video Wednesday about doing mirror work on yourself, right? This is a way for you to get very comfortable with how you look. And not only just looking at yourself, but looking at yourself. Hey, Shay the Divine, looking at yourself very intently, right? This is an intentional conscious work. So you're looking at yourself, and then you can affirm things over yourself. This is why it's a great, effective way to manifest, what you would like to see in your glamour, by putting your affirmations on your mirror in the bathroom, right? Or if you have like a beauty altar, which would be your vanity table. If you have a vanity table with makeup all over it, that's a beauty altar, okay? So you could put affirmations on your vanity table. I am beautiful. I am gorgeous. I attract all things I want. Whatever you want your affirmations to be. I need you to get very comfortable with looking at yourself in the mirror and affirming yourself. Keep a little compact mirror or something on you. You can affirm yourself throughout the day. Like you're at work or something and you step to the restroom. Ooh, excuse me. And you have a little compact mirror. Fix up your little makeup and affirm yourself then. Get very comfortable. And also with those affirmations that you constantly tell yourself, you are subconscious. You're working on your subconscious mind when you do that. When you pour positivity in yourself by speaking life over yourself, over the way you look, over your beauty, you are going to reprogram the subconscious mind, and you're going to begin to manifest whatever it is that you're affirming, right? So if you get in the mirror and look at yourself and oh, my bags. Oh, I'm getting wrinkles. I'm too young for wrinkles. Oh, this. Oh, that. You're complaining about every little thing that you don't like in the mirror. By this mirror being a portal, you are going to manifest even more of that. So the more you look at yourself in the mirror, you're not going to like what you see. So the way to elevate how you feel about yourself and the way you look and how others perceive you is to start getting that mirror, affirming great things about yourself in the mirror, about the way you look and the things that who you are as a person. Hey, Miss Alexis, I need you guys to get comfortable with that. I need y'all to get comfortable with that, because this is the foundation of powerful glamour magic. You have to be very confident in yourself. Let me see, Marcelino, thank you. You have to be very confident within yourself if you want to be a successful alchemist, because really that's all this is, right? All of this is alchemy, right? Being able to turn water into wine, being able to turn lead into gold, taking your beautiful face, how you look, right? And using that to attract tangible things to yourself. That's all this is, okay? So you need to make sure that you are doing your mirror work so that you can begin to get very comfortable with how you look so that you can attract those things that you desire, okay? So that's one way to increase your glamour. Another way to increase your glamour, or to take your glamour to the next level, is to charge your products or the things that you use with your own energy. And this is another conscious work. This is intentionality, okay? So I'm going to show you an example of what I'm talking about, okay? So I'm going to grab a lipstick, all right? So this is my lipstick that I have on now. So, again, you could get in the mirror and do this, or you could just use the product, whatever it may be. It could be your lipstick, it could be your brush, whatever. I would charge more than one object. I wouldn't just do one, okay? So with charging your items, charging your products, you're going to put the intention of what you want to manifest into that product. So with this lipstick, let's say I want it every time I wear this particular pink lipstick, money comes to me, or opportunities come to me, or something great is going to happen for me that day. I'm going to, attract an opportunity to myself. Whatever that is, or maybe you're single and you're trying to attract a mate. This is a way you could do it. This is how I attracted my wife, with a lot of glamour magic. I did glamour, and I also did a lot of self-love magic on myself. And then boom, here she showed up. But anyway, so you can put your intention into the products that you're using. And what I would do is I would set up my vanity table really, really nice, and I would decorate and everything of that nature to make it look really pretty. So that way, whenever I use that product, I'm already in the energy of what I want to manifest, because I always charge that thing. You know what I mean? You brush your hair, you're like, my hair is getting longer every day that I brush it. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It's all about intentionality. All right. Why do you think kids, little girls, they absolutely love to play dress up, right? Because every little girl feels like she's a princess, right? Every little girl feels like she's a princess. There's a reason for that. You have to have an imagination, right? You have to use your imagination when you do stuff like that. That's really all this stuff is. Your intentionality comes from your imagination, because you're trying to bring something forth. It starts from here and then it ends up in your hand somewhere, right? So that's another thing you can do to elevate your glamour. So we talked about doing mirror work on yourself and affirming yourself. We also talked about charging your items with your energy by being intentional when you use it. Another thing you can do to increase your glamour or to elevate your glamour is to create your own beauty products. Okay? I don't know if y'all know this, but back when I had my spiritual business, I used to sell oils. I sold oils. So I sold oils that you could do with your candle magic, or if you wanted to use oils on your body, that's what I would do. So today, since it's Good Friday, which is in celebration of the goddess Inanna, right? Which is the first Venusian goddess. She's also Venus. She's also Aphrodite, which I absolutely love. Aphrodite, love her. But all that stuff. But anyway, in honor of her, right, I created my own beauty oil, okay? So you could come up with your own oils, scrubs, different things of that nature, something that's going to be very tailor-made to you, and you infuse your energy with that product that you created with your own hands. Like whenever you create a certain oil, you can put your intention for whatever you're trying to manifest. Like when I used to do my oils back when I had my spiritual business, I made a love oil, which was for attracting a mate, attracting love into your life. If you want to, if you're single and you want to start dating, going on dates, that's what that oil is for. I did my money oils, which was for prosperity, right? Like maybe you're trying to get a new job. Maybe you're just trying to get into some extra money. You're trying to get a new car. That oil, that was my top seller. Right behind my love oil, that money oil was selling like crazy, and people was getting cars and all kind of stuff. Okay. Another oil that I sold was an protection oil. So that oil was for spiritual protection against evil, against negativity, against all kinds of stuff. And that was a really, really good oil. Another oil I had was a healing oil, which I would use. It didn't really sell as much because people just didn't really understand how to use it. So I would basically use that particular oil to do workings for people. If somebody was sick and needed to get well or something like that, I would just use the healing oil for that. What about drinks? I never made potions. I only made the oils. So it was all topical. Like you can either use it on your candle. Like let's say you wanted to do like a, let's say you wanted to do a love candle, right? For you and your partner. You would use my love oil to go in the candle. Or you could use that same oil and put it in your bath, right? Because I have a carrier oil, and then it also has like essentials too. That's safe to use on the body, right? So you can pour drops of that oil into your bath as well. So that's the type of stuff I did. Hey, butter enthusiasts. And I had another one. Oh, I had an oil called the Big Stepper oil. Now, the reason why I called it that is because I put Jezebel root in it. And what that Jezebel root would do is attract men with money. So my SMEX workers, women who, ladies of the night, women who did phony ands, stuff like that, they bought that oil from me to attract customers, and it really worked. Or if you're just a girl that's dating you and you want to attract men with money, that Big Stepper oil was the oil that women with money too. Yes, buddy enthusiasts, it definitely did. Yes, it works for women with money too. Yes. So I'm thinking about bringing this stuff back. I'm not really sure yet, but I am thinking about bringing it back. Like I said, I made my own personal beauty oil. Let me see, what's the name of it? So this oil, okay. So all the oils that I had sold before, I made put pictures of. Thank you, Tish. Put pictures of this stuff in my stories one day or something. But I had my Love Me oil. Money and Prosperity, Lift Me Up, that was the healing oil. I had the protection oil and Big Stepper, that was the name of it. So I had 5 different oils for 5 different things. And like I said, you could either use it on your candles that you burn, like if you're into that manifestation, or if you want to just rub it on your body, rub it in your hands. Because I had instructions for each oil. Like for instance, I created this beauty oil for myself earlier. Now for this, something like this, because of the ingredients that I used, it's safe for topical use, right? So let me show you. Let me take my wedding ring off real quick. So you can use, I know, baby. Thank you. So you can use it on your body, or you can use it in your bath or your candle. So you can just rub it like this.
And it smells good, y'all.
It smells amazing.
It smells so good. It smells so good, y'all. It
smells amazing. My wife loves when I make these oils. It smells amazing. So this one would be safe for your body, putting it on. You can even use it on your face, right? You can even use it in your hair. You can use it in your bath whenever you take your bubble baths. You can use it on your candles for your candle work.
And you're not gonna break out. See, I break out easily from shit.
Yeah.
And they don't. It
doesn't break you out.
It's very skin sensitive.
Yeah, good. Great for sensitive skin. So in this one, I'm gonna let y'all look at this one if y'all can see. So usually when I make my beauty oils, I usually include rose petals. I absolutely love rose petals, and that's a really good way to honor Venus or Aphrodite, right? When using roses and stuff like that. So I got a bunch of rose petals in there. Right, and then all the other ingredients that I use. So in order to make it look really, really pretty, because it's a beauty oil. Now when I do my money oils, I put money in it. So with my money oils, you're gonna see little pieces of dollars. I wish I still had a bottle of some. I have to make some more. I gotta make some more money oil, because I don't really make it. I don't make it as much as I used to, but I still do it here and there. But I'm thinking about selling them again. I don't know. Do y'all think I should sell these? What do you think? Y'all think I should sell my oils again? And of course, if I do decide to sell them, they'll be much, much, much bigger than this. Because this is 1 ounce. I would do it for 4 ounce, 8 ounce. That way it lasts you a while. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm thinking about selling these again. Yeah. And they work. No bullshit. They actually work. Whatever oil you get for whatever you're trying to manifest, it works. This one girl, now did she buy oil from me? I don't remember if she actually bought oil from me, but I would use my oils for my money candles. I get money candles every Thursday. She'll buy 4 candles. I have to use the oil to rub on the candles and stuff like that. I miss doing that so much, I'm not gonna lie. Every time it would just hit. She I got $1,200. My mama gave me $1,000 out of nowhere. I'm gonna have to put this stuff in my stories. So y'all can see I'm this is no bullshit. We got somebody in the chat right now that used to follow me on Facebook that will tell you that this shit is legit. Yes, indeed. But I'm gonna bring these back because they're highly effective, especially if you're trying to enhance your beauty, right? But this is stuff that you could do. You can create your own beauty products, or you can buy little oils and stuff like that and incorporate it into your beauty regimen. And also, if you don't have a beauty regimen, get one. Start a beauty regimen. If you're the type of girl that doesn't really pay too much attention to skincare, you're like, I'll just get up, I put moisturizer on, and I go. No, you need a routine. You need some type of ritual, something you do every day that is going to help you enhance your beauty. You're going to see a huge difference, not only in how you see yourself, but how other people react to you. You're going to see a huge difference. Huge difference. Okay, we got 15 people in the building. All right, y'all. I like that. So let me see. Another way. Oh, this is perfect. So another way to enhance your glamour is by using color magic, right? So every color has a vibration. Every color has a vibration, right? And there's an energy attached to each color and article of clothing or nail color, lip color, whatever that you wear, that can help you attract certain things. So if you want to attract more prosperity, good luck, money, you would wear green, right? You master that. Absolutely. I love using color. I love using color for glamour. Or if you're trying to, if you're wanting to put yourself in a more optimistic mood, maybe you need help with focus. Maybe you're just trying to be more happy and cheerful. Use yellow. Wear more yellow, right? If you are, let's say you have a job interview, right? And this is for if there's guys in here too. Let's say you have a job interview and you want to appear more trustworthy. You would wear blue, right? Blue is very calm. It's easy on the eye, and it gives people the sense of your trust. You're being trustworthy, or they can trust you, or you're someone that is reliable. That's the color that blue usually. That's usually the energy of blue. Now, red, I absolutely love red. Love red. Is a power color, right? Red is a power color. So this is why in candle magic, it's always used for love or for something exciting or some type of excitement, right? What about burgundy? Same thing. Passion, excitement, because it's a derivative of red, right? Anything having to do with aggression, power, passion, burgundy would be in the family of red, so burgundy would be used for that. That's why, especially in the wintertime, you're wearing that pretty burgundy lipstick, you look very powerful and put together. You look very driven when you wear a color like that, right? I rarely wear red, but yes, red is a very powerful color. I think that red looks good on everyone. You just have to use the correct shade of red that would go with your undertones in your skin, right? Because some of us have more yellow undertones. Some of us have more blue undertones, green undertones, orange undertones, right? I want a court case wearing burgundy and tan. Right. Because that color, it gave them the impression that you were serious. And I'm pretty sure you looked really pretty in it too. Yeah. Definitely. Oh, that's another thing, Miss Kelly B. Where is it? Baby. Yeah. You at your desk? Yeah. Can you grab something for me? It's okay if you can't. Okay. That court case oil. What? My court case oil.
Your court case order.
Oil, those stuff I showed you earlier. So this oil that I'm about to show y'all, that oil, I use that a lot for people who needed to, who had like tickets, or who needed to get their family member or significant other needed to get out of jail or something. This right here.
I actually give me that root thing.
What, baby?
That root thing that's supposed to help protect.
Oh, my, what you call it? It's in my purse.
You need to give me one.
I'll get you one.
Yeah.
This right here, it has what you call John the Conqueror root in it. This stuff is, listen, keeps the police away, okay? Keeps the cops away. Get all your legal troubles out the window with that stuff. Which can also work in your favor if you're getting pulled over, sis. Okay, I'm just saying, getting pulled over. Make sure you're doing your Glamour Magic. Okay, and you carry a little John Conqueror root. Okay, you ain't finna get pulled over. And if you get pulled over, you ain't getting no ticket. You flirt, right? This is the type of stuff I'm talking about with pretty privilege. You flirt to get your way out of a ticket. That's pretty privilege. You know, I got out of front of a red light right in front of a cop. Right? Right? So we talked about mirror work, you know, charging your beauty products, creating your own beauty products, color. Let me see. Right. It's pretty privilege. And I want you ladies, this is why I wrote my ebook. I really want my ladies to get comfortable with it. I don't want y'all to feel bad about this stuff. It's available to you for a reason, right? Or else it wouldn't be available to you, right? Use your glamour, increase your glamour, right? Have a glamour mindset. You're the main character. This is your world, your life. You are. Get her book, y'all. Yes, get it, y'all. Get it. It's the link is in the bio. It's only $15. It's You Are a Pretty Powerhouse, right? It's a way for you to gain your confidence and take your power back. Now, what I'm talking about now today, the Glamour Magic, I am currently working on this ebook, and I'm not going to lie, y'all. This is tough because it's a lot of information. I'm going to get done with it, and I will announce when I'm done and, you know, have it on the website and everything, but it's a lot. And I also have another surprise for y'all, too, but I won't tell y'all exactly what that is just yet because I'm working on the ebook and the other stuff all at the same time. And I have a deadline that I'm trying to reach for it. Whew. But anywho, so yes, use this stuff. This stuff is, you can, listen, y'all. You can even use this stuff in your business. The information, I'm interested in the ebook. It's available in my website, honey. The link is in my bio. Click the link. It's going to say payhip.com/pretty powerhouse. Click on that for me. And then you're going to see a pink, orange, and yellow little page. That's my ebook. It's only $15. It's a quick read too. It's 7 chapters, but it doesn't take very long to read because I wrote it like a guidebook, so you can always like go back to it, you know. But yeah, I'm currently writing my ebook on Glamour Magic, and I will be, no problem, honey, and I will be announcing when that's done. But this type of stuff that I'm telling y'all about, you can use this in your business. This is how marketing works as well when it comes to color, right? They usually use the color red when with restaurants and stuff, or like colors like blue and white for medical. You know what I'm saying? Pink to you know, appeal to women. This stuff it's real deep, okay? They use colors like black and gold for luxury stuff. You know what I mean? OMG, I love Glamour Magic. I've been waiting for that. Girl, I love Glamour Magic. Glamour Magic is like my whole life, literally. This is the best life I've been in. Thank you. No problem, Mika. Yeah, this stuff is, it's highly effective. Highly effective. You can use this stuff for like when you're trying to get a job, right? Let's say you're trying to get a job. You know, maybe you're trying to work at a particular office or something. Wear blue. Wear a blue blazer, right? When you're on your job interview, right? Or something with blue in it. You're going to seem more trustworthy and calm. It's going to put the interviewer in a state of calm, seeing you in that blue, because that's what blue does to the eyes, right? blue or gray, something like that. I only see YouTube link and not ebook. You don't see my ebook, honey? It should be up there. You're going to click that link. It's going to be the first link, not the second one. The first link. It's going to say payhip.com/prettypowerhouse. Payhip.com. Click that link. The YouTube one is the other one. The other link to YouTube. Let me know if you find it, okay? Yeah, but y'all can use this in your everyday life. Not just for your appearance, right? But for everything around you. For everything around you. Like, for instance, everything around me is pink, basically. Like, all of my little belongings, my little stuff, my little ink pens, right? I have several ink pens that are fun and pink because pink makes me feel good. You know what I mean? Pink or Barbie. I got this Barbie hat. I always wear this hat. Barbie notebook. Right? This is glamour. All this is glamour. Because every day I feel like a Barbie doll. Every day I get up feeling like a Barbie doll because I got Barbie. You don't see the link, honey? Let me see. Let me check my page. Should be on my. Am I able to? Y'all don't see the I wonder why it's like, you know what? I wonder if that's why. And I can't write it on here, but it's gonna say, okay, so open a browser on your phone. Because I know why I did that. Because I switched my account to personal, so it probably took my link off. Babe, she probably can't hear me right now. Let me see your phone real quick. Go to payhip, payhip.com/prettypowerhouse. It's going to pop up and then you're going to see it there. I don't know why my link not working on my, Can I access your TikTok like this or no?
You could try. Do I even have it downloaded?
I don't know, babe.
I think I do, yeah.
Hold on.
Try it.
Okay, there it is. So let me see if I can find myself. Okay. I probably gotta, hold on. Let me see. Hold on just a second, y'all.
What's wrong?
They can't see my, hold on. They can't see my, my link. It worked like that? Okay. Let me make sure, because I don't know why it would be out unless, like I said, unless it,
No.
There I go. I was like, I know you found me.
Yeah, that's why you, babe.
I was like, I know you found me. All right. That's why it's doing that, because I took it off of business account. I'll add it back on there. Just going to the link that way. Okay, good. Yeah, it's not on there. It's so weird. Okay. I was trying to make sure my my link was on there, but it's not. But it's payhip, payhip.com/prettypowerhouse. No, it's just YouTube. Yeah, I just saw it on my wife's phone. And I think it did that because I switched it to personal account, so it probably took my link off. I have to put it back on there. Because I had switched my account to business last week. But when I would do my content, it wouldn't let me play certain songs. And that really pissed me off. It had me like do only copywritten something. It was weird. I don't know. But payhip.com/prettypowerhouse. That's my website. And then you could access my ebook like that. I don't know. Like, that's so weird. But anyway, I am working on my other ebook, my Glamour Magic ebook. Hopefully I could get done with it within like a week or so. But I will announce when that's done. So anywho, back to the topic at hand. Let's see what else I could give you guys. Oh, all right. So now, with all this being said about doing mirror work on yourself, making sure that you're comfortable with your beauty, making sure you're charging your beauty items with your energy, making your own products, That sort of thing, color magic. I also want to show you guys how to protect yourself from other people trying to use glamour magic against you, because this is very common. Very, very common. I gotta go, but we'll get booked. Thank you for stopping by, honey. I see it on Safari. All right, awesome. Good. Okay, cool. So, the simplest way to protect you from someone using glamour magic against you is wiping the mirror off when you're done using the mirror. Because remember, mirrors are portals. It's a portal, right? So if you don't close the portal, other energies can get through, unfortunately. That's just how it works. Wipe the mirror. You can do it with a cotton ball and alcohol, or with, where's my Florida water so I can show y'all. Hold on. Let me grab my Florida water. Just a second. I only have a little bit of it left, but. All right. So you can grab you some of this, or you can make your own. Make your own. Right? And whenever you are done with your mirror, whether it be the restroom mirror or the mirror that you have that's handheld, simply wipe it off like that. You're closing the portal so that if someone is looking into their mirror trying to siphon your energy, they can't get through. I just recently had that happen to me, by the way. Let's see. There's a girl prettier than me, just ignored me, and I don't know why I always think about her. I feel like she just ignored me and copied what I do. She's envious. If a woman's copying you, she's envious. Point blank, period. An envious woman, her goal is to replace you. So this is why she copies everything you do. She'll copy you, not speak to you, pretend you don't exist, because she doesn't want you to see what she's doing. Why am I thinking about her? It's making me sick. So you need to, I don't know if you've ever done protective work over yourself, but you need to start doing protection mantras over yourself. Like, get in the mirror and affirm God's protection or the divine spirit's protection over your life and over your health. Because she's siphoning your energy. And whatever she's feeling, it's going to you now. This stuff is real. People do this all the time. Like the lady that I told you guys about a while back that was trying to do mirror magic on me when she told me that she thought of me in the mirror and she wore her hair piece because she knew that I was going to wear mine. That was my fault because I didn't do my due diligence in shutting that portal off by closing off the energy with wiping that mirror, right? I didn't do my part. But at the same time, I know protective measures in order to protect myself from any further infiltration. So I burned my candle and she ain't do that shit no more. But you have to make sure that you're doing protection work on yourself. It's just as important as glamour, because the more beautiful you are, the more attacks you will get. You know, the more people will try to attack you. After working with her, it's like I've been bad luck, specifically with job hunting. She could have most definitely gotten in the way of that. And let me tell you guys, never underestimate people. Don't underestimate people. You know, people know things. There are people out there who are very spiritually inclined and they know how to manipulate energies. So never underestimate people. In my head, everybody knows a little bit of witchcraft. That's just me, right? In my mind, everybody knows some form of witchcraft, hoodoo, or something. And that's how my mind is wired. I never underestimate people. Never underestimate women who are around you who you may think is jealous. Don't ever just brush that off like it's nothing. No. if you are in proximity to a jealous person, they are possessed by a demon, and you have to do whatever you can to avoid that demon at all costs. I'm so serious. Because jealousy doesn't go away. It just gets worse. It just festers. And then it manifests itself in the physical. So don't underestimate that. Don't, oh, she, whatever. She always doing that. She's just mean to everybody. This, that, and the third. No. That person has been compromised by a demonic spirit. Don't underestimate that. Whenever I get a twinge that someone is jealous around me, I go the other direction, because I already know when they see me and they have that spirit on them, they want to attack and destroy. Because guess what? That's the job of the enemy. Enemy, to kill, steal, and destroy. I don't have time for that. So you make sure you do your protective measures over yourself, right? Now, there are some things you can do mentally. You don't need the tools. You can do this through meditation. Like, you can just meditate and imagine yourself in a beam of light or a beam of protection, right? You can do this daily, 20 minutes a day. You meditate and do this thing. Or you can do, crystal magic, where you carry crystals to protect you from stuff. I have my obsidian is somewhere around here. I think my obsidian is in my bathroom. I used to have this really big obsidian, but I left it back home. Big obsidian. And I would just keep it on my altar, the protection altar, especially when I did my rituals and stuff for other people. I just purchased it. I'm gonna read it. Thank you so much, Ella. Thank you, honey. Yeah, but y'all get that book if you haven't gotten it already. It's really good for helping you boost your confidence. Seriously, Miss Ella, that book is gonna make a lot of sense as to why stuff like that happens with women that you may deal with. It's going to make a lot of sense. You're going to be like, oh, okay. And then it's going to give you the confidence to just be you anyway. Just do your thing anyway. Because, I don't want you ladies to go out in the world like you're wrong or something is wrong with you, and that you can't live your truth or be your authentic self because of all the negativity you experience. No. This is your show. You have the right to be here. You know what I mean? You have to stay away from bad vibes. Right. And you can't give people the benefit of the doubt. That's something that I learned. That's something that took me a very long time to learn that. Never give anyone the benefit of the doubt. Never. Never. Because why would you give any benefits to any kind of doubts? That doesn't make any sense, right? So if you feel a doubt, there's no benefit. So get out of there. Right? Don't stick around people that are jealous, envious, intimidated by you, give you little snarky remarks, those little jokes that people like to give you, but then they're like, well, I was just playing. Or they're like, oh, you can't take a joke. No, it's not that I can't take a joke. It's that you're not joking. You're dead ass and you have a smile on your face, and I don't like it. People like to gaslight and make you think that you're stupid or something. Like, I'm not stupid. I know exactly what's going on. You know what I mean? And this is, these are things that can help you in your glamour and your beauty, right? Excuse me. Once you develop a glamour mindset, you have the world is your oyster. You can have anything you want. You know what I mean? Once you understand your glamour on a deeper level, and I'm talking about your glamour, not someone else's glamour that you kind of use for yourself, not someone else's skin routine or someone else's makeup routine or someone else's rituals that they do for themselves. This comes with a lot of practice, getting to know who you are and what you like. This is why I say it's important to get very comfortable in front of that mirror and to create a ritual that is going to be conducive to what you're trying to manifest. Because I can't use like someone else's rituals for my benefit. That person's rituals are specific for them. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have different energies. Like, this is why I don't really share my beauty routines, because it's my beauty routine. your face, your skin, and all of that is very significant, and it's very different than mine. It probably won't work. You know what I'm saying? And what if the things that I'm trying to manifest, you're not trying to manifest, and you manifest it anyway? Then what? This is another reason why it's very important to understand channeling. My family said it's demonic that I always look in the mirror. I still look anyway. It's not demonic at all. The reason why they say it's demonic, Ella, is because when a woman is cognizant of how beautiful she is, it makes her cognizant of her inner power. And the world doesn't want you to know how powerful you are, because when you're powerful, you can literally change the world. You can literally raise the consciousness of the world with your inner power. They don't want you to know that. They want you to be subjugated, right? To their will, right? The average person wants you to be subjugated to their will. That's why they don't like powerful women, independent, beautiful, independent, powerful women. They're the most hated because they possess a power that is uninhibited of what other people are doing. They're different. They're in their own lane, and they're fearless. You know, a fearless woman, a powerful woman, a woman that is cognizant of her beauty, that's a very dangerous woman, because people know that whatever she touches is going to turn to gold, because she's not paying attention to what everybody else is doing. She's not self-conscious. She's self-aware, right? When you're self-conscious, you're waiting on people to give you permission to be great. When you're self-aware, you rely on your own self to be great. You don't wait on another person to tell you when to be great, or if you're great at all, right? They want you to be self-conscious, not self-aware. Look in the mirror as often as you want to. I love mirrors. I love mirrors. Love them. I love mirrors. See, yes, it's like I can't think for myself, right? And that's what it is. They don't want you to think for yourself, right? They don't want women to think for themselves. They don't want women to make their own decisions. This is why I tell women all the time that, you know, in regards to like dating and stuff, you don't need a man to survive. You were given a mind of your own. You were given your own power and strength. You have the creativity and the imagination to dream and manifest the life that you desire. You don't need to wait on anyone to give that to you. But just the state of the world we live in, society, and our history, as you know, the world, you know, that's how it's always been, right? Women have never been given the agency to think for themselves, right? Or to create a life that they truly want. Women have always had to settle, or had to just get the crumbs, and we don't have to do that anymore. This is a new time. We don't have to wait on other people to tell us that we're great. We can do our own inner work and tell ourselves that we're great, and then go after what we want, you know. And this is in so many different ways, you know, that people try to do this. Your family, your mom, your dad, you know, you have cousins, sisters that try to pull you back down to their level, because you're acquiring too much power. You're going outside of the norm. And if you're a powerhouse, going outside of the norm, that's just life for you, right? That's why they want women silent, because they really are powerful. Exactly. That's exactly why they want women to be quiet, because women are powerful. They are. You know what I mean? We're very powerful. We just have to be aware of it. We have to be cognizant of it. You know what I mean? And this is my whole entire purpose of creating this community. I want to be a constant reminder to women that you are powerful. You are. You know? Because of the energy that is already within you, right? You have the divine within you. the cosmos, the ethers, all of that is already in you. You are a God particle. You are the embodiment of God consciousness, right? That's you. I like to say that when you look in the mirror, you are looking at the glory of God. Now, people would probably think that's a pretty elevated and conceited statement, but I don't care. Y'all know me, I don't care. Because if I was created in the image of God, wouldn't that make me God too? I'm just saying. And if my words have power, wouldn't that mean that I have the same power that God does? If power isn't, if life and death is in the power of the tongue, wouldn't my words be powerful? And if my words are powerful, like the word of God, wouldn't I be God too? They've done all these different things to lie to women about their true power. Your power has always been within you, not within your religion, not within the family dynamic, not within a marriage, dating, not within anything except you. Your power is within. And this is why I wrote my ebook. This is why I created this community, because I really believe that once a woman recognizes her power, first in her beauty, right, on the outside and then on the inside, when she recognizes that, she can take over. Like, she can really do amazing things with that. But you can't be self-conscious. You have to be self-aware, right? And this is all that I want for women that come in contact with me on, on here. I want you to, see me and, as a reminder that you are powerful, that you're special, that you have something to give and offer the world. You do. Or else, why the hell would you be here? Why would you be here? Why would you have those talents and gifts and skills if they weren't meant to be shared with the world? Why would you be beautiful and have that gorgeous face if you weren't meant to be seen? How would a flower bloom if it doesn't have sunlight? It would never bloom. Like, you're supposed to be out in the world sharing your gifts, talents, and skills. And the only way you can do that confidently is if you accept the fact that you have this power, right? And that it's absolutely necessary and okay to use it. What power am I talking about? The power within you, yourself, your confidence, your essence, your aura, as well as your beauty. Use it together. They don't have to be separated from one another. They don't have to be. You can be beautiful and such and such and such. Not just beautiful or you're this. No, and. Because you're the cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying? How does someone use their mind to transform? Like Marilyn Monroe. That's a really good question, because Marilyn Monroe mastered her own energy. I think it comes from being very, very self-aware, right? Not only self-aware within who you are, but also changing the narrative about some things and your self-concept. So who do you want to become, right? Who do you want to be? With Marilyn Monroe, she wanted the world to love her, right? That was the bottom line. And the pain point was because of all the abuse she experienced in her life. She experienced a lot of abuse. So she took that pain and turned it into power, right? So that's what it is. It's transmutation. So you take all of the negativity that you've dealt with in your life and you switch the narrative and you create your own self-concept. You create it. That's why I say it's a conscious work. This is something that you actively do. So a practical way would be That mirror work. Hey, Rennie. You do that mirror work. Get in the mirror. Get comfortable looking at yourself. Get comfortable talking to yourself. Right? Have those inner, those inner monologues. Like, do that. I'm serious. You're going to look silly doing it. You just will. But who cares? Right? Whenever you're going about your day, tell yourself who you'd like to become. Manifestation is real. Yes, it is. You can be driving down the street, right? Maybe right now you're driving a Honda Civic. You're driving a 2008 Honda Civic. You're turning the corner. You're driving down the street. But you envision yourself driving a Bentley. You know what I mean? And you tell yourself, one day I'm going to have a Bentley. Or one day I'm going to be driving a such and such. And then you do the work required in order to get that thing, obviously. But it starts in the mind. It starts here. So whoever you want to become, Miss Ella, you have to tell yourself that that's who you want to become. You have to switch. You have to switch that on and create your own self-concept. Who do you want to become? The reason Marilyn Monroe was so successful with her, mastering self-concept is because she knew the end result. She knew that some way, somehow, she would be a very famous and adored movie star, because that's what it started here. So what is your self-concept? Who do you want to become? Do you want to become a famous content creator? Do you want to be a famous star? Do you want to be a successful businesswoman? Do you want to be a successful career woman? Do you want to be a devoted wife and mom? What is it? What is your self-concept? What is the thing that you want to do, or who do you want to become? You always look so pretty. Thank you, honey. Right? I have to really think who I really want to be. I don't want to work a 9 to 5 forever. Right, exactly. So figure that part out. I would write that down. Y'all know paper and pen is very powerful. When you put the words on the paper with that pen, they start coming off. I'm struggling with finding my purpose in life. Finding your purpose in life. The thing about purpose that I absolutely love is that you can create it. You can create your purpose. You can create your purpose, and you can change it as many times as you want to. So what would you like your purpose to be? If you can't find your purpose, let's create one. Right? What would you like your purpose to be? What would you like to do? What does it look like to find your purpose? How does it feel? How does it feel? Think about how you would feel knowing that you know your purpose. And then what does it look like to live out your purpose? Then you can figure out what your purpose is, right? That's boss energy right there. Yeah, create your own purpose. Right? If you are God, right? You are a goddess. You are a goddess. You don't have to wait on anyone to tell you what your purpose is. You can create your own. And then once you're done with that, you can create a whole nother one, because you're a creator, right? Let's see. Get a spiral notebook and make a manifestation journal. Exactly. Get that notebook out and manifest, right? And really don't just write stuff with no heart, no intention. You won't see any of it. Be very intentional about what you write. And make sure that you're very clear about what you want. Because if you continue to change it, you're not going to get anything. You don't want to confuse the universe with all of your double-mindedness. Get very clear on what you want to do and then go from there. But do I do it with my current desire or my lifetime desires? One thing at a time. So you want to do it with your current desire. Because remember, it's a journey, right? It's step by step by step. So what would change your circumstances right now? You have your short-term goals, and then you have your long-term goals. You have your short-term desired result. You have your long-term desired result. So start with the short-term first, because every short-term result is going to give you the long-term one anyway. So just start from the, where do you want to see yourself in the next 3 months? Maybe the next 30 days, right? In the next 30 days, you know, I want to look prettier. The next 30 days, I want to do this. Whatever it is, you know. Pace yourself. When you pace yourself, you're going to give yourself a lot of grace. Because if you just try to jump start it too quickly before you actually make this a practice, you're just going to get frustrated. Let me see. I wanted this particular pantsuit, so I imagined myself wearing it. My mom bought it for me. That is how you manifest. Y'all see how Renee said that? Let me pin that comment. That's literally how you manifest. She didn't focus on how she was going to get the pantsuit. All she did was imagine herself wearing it. It's really that simple. We worry about the how, and that's what gets in the way. The how. How am I going to make $5,000 a month? How am I going to make $10,000 a month? How am I going to get the car? How am I going to get the... Don't worry about the how part. Just continue to do what you do. With intention. With intention, right? Let's say you're a content creator and you want to get to the 10,000 mark. Now, by setting a goal, you can do a deadline, right? Have a deadline set for when you want to hit the 10K goal, right? And you continue to post and do all of the things in order to get the 10K. You're not making yourself frustrated about getting to the 10K because you know that you're going to get that 10K. Because you know that not only are you thinking of it in your mind, but you're putting the work into it in order to get it. So you're going to get it. Miss Rennie knew that she was going to get that pantsuit. She didn't know how she was going to get the pantsuit. She didn't focus too much on how she was going to get the pantsuit, but she knew that the end result was the pantsuit. And guess what? She ended up getting it. Kids are really good at doing that too. Children are very good at manifesting. They'll be like, I want a phone, I want a phone, I want a phone, I want a phone. And then they get a phone because one of the parents, hey, the phone was, on sale, they end up getting a phone. Kids are really good at manifesting. But that's how it works. We can't really focus too much on the how. All we have to know is that the thing that we want, we're going to get it. The thing that we want, it's available. It's available to you. Whatever you desire is available, right? That car you want to drive is available. It's available. You're not sure how you're going to do it because maybe your financial situation doesn't match up just yet. But everything starts with a thought. All is mind. It starts here. I manifested going to the U.S. and I'm here now. Exactly. That's literally how it works. Everything starts in the mind. You don't know how. You don't know what situation is going to come up to cause you to get there, but you get there. That's exactly how it goes. That's literally how it is. And you can use your Glamour Magick to get you there too, right? And all glamour is just another layer of energy. So you have your mind already, like turning your thoughts into things, right? That's one layer. But then if you add glamour, thank you, Kiki. If you add glamour on top of that, that's a whole nother layer of power, right? Add on your confidence, your inner confidence. That's a whole nother layer of power. Like all these things, they all go together. And what ends up happening too is that the more you know, the more knowledge you have, and the more you put this stuff into practice, the faster your manifestations will come. The faster you practice it though. it won't, if you're just used to kind of manifesting things with your mind and not familiar with how to use tools yet, you'll get it. But when you know how to use the tools and you practice it like it's an intentional thing, you'll start to see results a lot faster. A lot faster. Yes. A lot faster. So I hope this live helped today, ladies. Again, I am working on this ebook. I'm gonna let y'all know when I'm done with it. I wanted to just give y'all a few little tips to kind of incorporate glamour into your everyday life in order to help you manifest things that you desire. Y'all said y'all wanted the oils, so I'm going to make the oils and then I'm going to put them on my website. I'll let you guys know when I do that, because I also have another thing that I'm working on as well. So I got a whole lot of good stuff coming to y'all very, very soon. I will announce it. But if you're interested, go ahead and grab my book, You Are a Pretty Powerhouse. It's going to help you gain confidence, develop personal skills, and take your power back. Okay, it's payhip.com/prettypowerhouse. My link is not currently in my bio. I have to, when I get off this live, I'll include it and show you guys in the stories. But if you want to open a browser, Payhip, that's payhip.com/prettypowerhouse. You're going to click on that, and then it's going to be a pink, orange, and yellow ebook. Grab that. It's only $15. Girl, I have both those cups in your background. You got these? I absolutely love my Barbie cup. It's my favorite cup to drink from. I thought about drinking from this one today, and I was like, nah. So what I might do is get another one to have a matching shoe. That's what I might do. I love this little thing. Isn't this cute? I'm thinking about bedazzling it maybe, and adding little rhinestones to it. I don't know. It's the little cup. I love this cup. It's super cute. It's everything. So does anybody have any questions as far as like your glamour and beauty tips before I go? So I'm going to go ahead and go and finish up this ebook and all the other stuff I got to do. I just wanted to... Hey, who's that lady? I just wanted to get on here, say hello, because I know I missed yesterday. So. Anybody got any questions? Hey, pretty girl. Or did y'all want me to discuss another topic while I'm still here? What y'all want me to do? I'm really sad that my freaking link is not in my bio anymore. I have to change that. So that y'all can grab this book. Well, if that be all, discuss a topic. Okay. What would y'all like for me to discuss? What's it like being married to a woman? Okay. That's a great question. I wonder why I stopped wearing it. Let's see. What are we talking about today? So I gave beauty tips and glamour magic tips on how to increase your glamour, increase your beauty, how to charge your items in order to manifest things. We covered a bit of stuff today. I'm actually working on a Glamour Magic book, so that's kind of why I'm talking about it. Now to answer your question, Miss Viva Radiance. So it's very different from being married to a man. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because I was married to a man years ago. So the difference, or my experience with just being married to my wife, and everyone's different, but from being once married to a man and now being married to a woman, the connection that I have with my wife is very, very solid. You get emotional support. You have, well, for me, I can't speak for everybody. I get a lot of emotional support. I feel very loved. I feel very honored Like she's a really, really special person, and our love is very, very genuine. Like she's not just my wife, she's literally my best friend. And we have a mutual respect for one another. I think that, to me, respect is more important than love to me. And I'll tell y'all why. Because you can love a person and hurt them to their core. You know what I mean? And be like, oh, I didn't mean it. You know what I mean? But that's because, thank you, Often Looks. That's because, usually when you're dealing with people that do things that hurt the people that they're supposed to love, is because they don't have self-respect. That's usually what that is. But her and I have a lot of self-respect for ourselves. So it just translates over into the relationship. There are certain things that I would never do to my wife because I respect her. I respect how she feels. I respect, how she would react to something. There are certain things that I just could never do to her because it would hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Respect is it's a principle in our home. We respect each other. You know what I mean? Because you can love something all day long, right? Let's say and this can apply to anything. Let's say you buy a new pair of really expensive heels, right? You buy your Jimmy Choos. You love the heels. You wear them all the time, but you throw them in a corner whenever you get home because you don't respect them. You don't value them, right? When you respect someone or something, you value it, right? I absolutely love my wife and I'm in love with her, but I also value her, which means I respect her. So that's a principle. I didn't have that with a guy, when I was married to my ex-husband. And any other relationship I've ever had with a guy. And it's not because, you attract what you are. No. Some people are that's just who they are. You know what I mean? They don't have any self-respect, or they're just not the right person for you. You know what I'm saying? And usually when you're dealing with guys, it's just they see respect a lot differently than women. So there's always a disconnect. They see love a lot differently than women. So there's a disconnect. You know what I'm saying? But our marriage and our relationship works because we respect each other. Why do you think guys don't respect their wife? Because they don't respect themselves. It's just what it is. Guys typically don't respect themselves. If you're willing to exchange energy through sexual activity with any woman that you come in contact with, you do not respect yourself. It's plain and simple. So if that's already the case, then you can't expect him to respect the woman that he chose to marry, because that's just how he is. You know what I'm saying? How did you find out you liked women? Well, I've always known since I was a kid, actually. I really can't explain that. It's just kind of always been there. Like nothing traumatic happened. There's always those stories of, well, something traumatic happened to you to make you feel this way. No, it's just kind of always been there. And I gave myself permission to, how do you say that? I guess to explore that once I graduated high school. And I was like, okay, well, this confirms what I've been feeling. Hey, Digital Diva. Thank you, honey. Did you do those sneaky girl sleepovers when young? No, I did not. And that's usually that age range. That's like middle school, like freshman year. I didn't do that. Now, what's crazy is I did have like when I was in middle school and stuff, I had friends that were like tomboyish or studs, or we suspected that were gay. And I didn't realize until I got older that maybe they had a crush on me, but I didn't know. I don't know.
Who had a crush on you?
Oh my God, baby. Asking me questions about when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
She's so jealous, y'all. No, but I remember the day I came out. So I came out, I had to be like 19 at this point. And I invited a girl over. And like we were friends, but I had a crush on the girl. And I guess my mom like paid attention to my like the way I acted towards this young lady. So, you know, we hung out a little bit and then she left. And, you know, and also too, the way I dressed, my wife is hilarious. The way I dressed was changing too. So I was like more tomboyish than usual. So my mom is like, is that girl your friend? Or like what's happening? Like, do you like girls now? Or right, she in there listening. She is so funny. So I was like, yes, I actually do like her. Wait, so you mean to tell me you like girls now? And I was like, I've always liked girls, but yeah. And she's like, well, I didn't raise you like that. And I was like, Mom, that has nothing to do with anything. So my stepdad, rest in peace, he was living at the time. Let me see. Does your girlfriend know how to use WD-40 on your door? She's my wife, first and foremost. And secondly, I know you're trying to be funny. Let me see. I know you're trying to be funny. So I'm going to go ahead and kick you out of here. Okay? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I got her out of here. Boom, simple. Anyway, so after that, my stepdad, who was still living at the time, he's just like, wow. He said, so he starts asking questions. And you know how older people are. They ask questions and they just really want to understand, but the questions are kind of like, why would you ask me that? But basically, he asked me, after all the crazier questions he asked me, he's like, so would you ever marry a woman? I said, yes, I would definitely marry a woman. He's like, well, you know what? Whatever you want to do, you know, I'm happy with that. You know, as long as you're happy. I don't understand the disrespect. It's so weird. It is very weird. And that's because people want attention. I don't even take offense to it because I know that people are attention starved out there. They want attention. They need it. They crave it. They rock back and forth, you know, like this. Oh, Lord, I just need a little attention today. So they get on lives. They get under people's comments, say crappy stuff like that. I love all the earrings you wear. Thank you. I have so many pairs of earrings. It's not even funny. I don't even know how many pairs of earrings I have. It's just that many. But basically, I came out at 19. And it took a while for my mom to understand because it's that older generation. They just don't get it, you know. But, you know, that was years ago. Jesus. But she's good now. Excuse me. But it's very different being with a woman. It's usually we don't argue, which is funny, I find her hilarious. And then if she's getting on my nerves, I just ignore her. No problem. Because I know people like to say, you know, arguing is normal. And it is, but it shouldn't be frequent. Arguing is normal. It shouldn't be frequent. Shouldn't be like every other day is something. Like, no. It shouldn't be that way. At least that's my experience. If you're constantly arguing with your partner, there's something going on. You know what I'm saying? There's a disconnect somewhere because we don't argue often. We argue, but it's not often. Let's see. I'm 58 and I've been hit on by women since I was 15. I get it. Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's natural, honestly, to find women attractive or be like, oh, she's absolutely gorgeous. Oh my God, you know? Yeah. did y'all hear about? Well, allegedly, they're saying that Paris Hilton is in the Alphabet Club. And I would not be shocked. That would not surprise me. If that were true, that would not surprise me at all. I just made new friends. Awesome. Because what I've discovered in my life is that usually hyper feminine women are usually part of the Alphabet Club. Like hyper feminine women. Not kind of, sort of, oh, she wears a little makeup here and there, sometimes a little bit. In my life, I've discovered hyper feminine women are either bisexual or they're gay. Hi, welcome. What is hyper feminine? So a woman or a person, a feminine present person that is just like kind of how I present, I'm hyper feminine. It's to the max. It's always to the max. Very, very girly, very pink, very feminine, very just on 10 with femininity as a whole. Oh, hey, Shay Love. Hey, honey. Hey, 41. I see you in here. Happy Pink Day. I know I love my pink. I always said my next relationship would be with a girl. I don't know. I just feel it. I'm telling you, if you're thinking it in your mind, you're going to end up manifesting it. And then you're going to be blown away. Now, I will tell y'all, it's a wild ride because women are just as nuts as men. So you're going to kiss a few frogs in the beginning. You're going to kiss a few frogs here and there, but it's just like dating a guy, except, well, dating is dating. You meet people, it doesn't work with this person, you didn't like this person's personality, stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I think the thing that's even more different is I don't even know how to explain that. So with women, you know how we have that naturally manipulative thing we do. You know what I mean? I know what I mean. Women do that, in relationships with women. And I was talking about this years ago on social media, on I think it was Facebook, where with women that have dated men so long and then they decide to date women or something like that. Those women typically treat other women like they would treat a guy. And I don't think that women, like collectively in same-sex relationships, I don't think collectively they know or understand how to love a woman. Like, it's an art. It really is an art to know how to cater to the needs of a woman, to be nurturing, caring, understanding, to have communication, to have trust, which all those things matter in the context of a heterosexual relationship. But when you're in a relationship with a woman as a woman, it's on another level. Like, you really need that to thrive. You can be with a guy and not have that, but still be with the guy because you're so conditioned or used to being with men. But when you're with a woman and you're not getting your emotional needs met, it really feels terrible. It feels horrible. Like, being with an emotionally unavailable woman is worse than being with an emotionally unavailable guy. That I will tell you. 100%. 1,000%. It feels so much worse because, we know, even though we try to get the guy to become like a woman, we know that guys are not wired like women. So even though a woman will try to get a guy to understand her, subconsciously she knows that's a guy. So no matter how much she tries, he may not get it, and you accept it because it's a guy. You know what I'm saying? But when you're with a woman and you're dealing with an emotionally unavailable woman, it feels like she took your heart and ripped it out of your chest. That is not a good feeling at all. When you feel like you're pouring into a person and you are not getting it in return, oh my God. If you think it felt bad dealing with a guy, it's 20 times worse with a woman. I swear. And believe it or not, there are a lot of emotionally unavailable women out there who date other women. It can connect to a cold mother wound. Exactly, Shay Love. That's it. That's usually what it is. That's usually what it is. Like that super detached energy, or that person, when they try to feel an emotion, they feel numb. There are a lot of women that deal with that in the alphabet community, which makes it hard to connect on a real level when you're open to being with a woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are people. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. It's hard, y'all. Like when you're trying to find your person, dealing with a woman, you know, because people always, when they think of like, you know, same-sex relationships with women, they always go to like sex. Like how do you have sex? It's like, it's so much more to it. That's literally like, that's way over there. Well, whatever. Because if you're with a person and you are sexually attracted to that person, or y'all are building a bond, y'all are eventually going to have sex. So that part is going to be taken care of because it's all about pleasure anyway. But there are so many other elements to that. Can you talk about husband-wife material? In what regard? Like, what do I think husband or wife material is? Or what I think it should be? I can tell you, let's see. As far as my wife, for me, what made her, and I wouldn't say wife material, but like, there are quite a few things that made me want to marry her, right? But for me, I noticed very early on her, how do I say that? She's very attentive with me. She's and very protective. I really admired that. What I admire most about my wife is she's such a hard worker. Like whatever she wants, she's going to get it. Like she's very diligent in her endeavors. Whatever it is that this woman wants, she's gonna get it. And it does not matter how hard she has to work to get it. I really admire that about her. That was like probably the number one thing that made me want to marry her. Like, okay, she would be a great life partner. Like, this is somebody that would make a great team player. Like, I want to do life with this person. Because it's like nothing can stop this lady. She's insane. Like, whatever she wants to get, she's going to get done. Whatever it is, what you put a task in front of her, it's going to get done. That's just the type of person she is. That's her character, though. I like that about her. And when it comes to me, she's very attentive. So that's something that was important to me because I'm a highly sensitive person. So for me, a person that's attentive would be them, you know, catering to an emotional need that I have. You know what I'm saying? Like a person that's attentive. If you're not attentive to me, I would feel like you don't care. And it's not to say I need a person to do X, Y, Z for me because I can't do it myself or whatever. But when you're in a relationship, the energy has to be reciprocated. Like there has to be, you know what I'm saying? So, so her being very diligent, very much a hard worker. Hey, patience, purpose, very much attentive to me, and just the way we get along. We really get along. We really do. Like, we can just be with each other and not get tired of each other. I mean, we have our moments. Like, you know, she's a Taurus, so she has her moments where she wants to be in her own energy. I'm a Pisces, so I can be a little clingy when I'm really, really into you. So I've had to learn how to back off. But then sometimes she doesn't like when I back off because she's become really clingy with me. So we balance each other out. That's what I'm saying. Because you don't want to be with a person. Usually what I've seen in relationships is people are with a person that don't compliment them. They're with a person that lacks something that they need. So you'll have a person that really loves physical touch, and they're dealing with a person that is guarded and emotionally unavailable, or they're physically unavailable and closed off. That happens a lot. You see, water and earth is really good energy. It is good energy, and it can get really muddy, and that's why we're so crazy about each other. Like, it's very, very muddy. We stuck. But you usually find those dynamics in people or in relationships where they're not doing the active inner work. That person really values being affirmed, right? Or hearing words of affirmation. And they're dealing with a person who thinks affirmation is stupid, or they don't like affirming. You know what I'm saying? I hate when these people try to request getting up here. Hey, I wanted to purchase your ebook. Can you type the link or say it? I don't know if it's going to let me type it, but it's payhip.com. So it's payhip.com/prettypowerhouse. You can open your browser, put that, and it's going to be the very first thing you see on my website. It's going to be a pink, orange, and yellow ebook. You Are a Pretty Powerhouse. You click on that, it's going to be a $15 ebook. Make sure you have storage. And if you don't get the download, let me know. And then I'll double check and see what's going on with it. Because I've had a couple of people say they didn't get the download right away. And then I'll send it through email if you didn't get it off the website. But it's payhip.com/prettypowerhouse. And you can get it that way. I also do coaching sessions, y'all. So if you ever need coaching sessions on a particular situation, I do those as well. I have sessions for 25 minutes, 45 minutes, and an hour. No problem is at E-Honey Life. I like that. E-Honey Life. Y'all had anything else y'all wanted me to talk about while I'm here? Some tags. Oh. Hold on. I'll do that later. What am I doing? I hate when it tries to get you to do stuff while you're going live. Like all kinds of things. Oh, thank you for the follow, honey. Yeah, but that's basically my experience being married to that crazy lady in there. Very much supported, very much loved. Very much. What if that be all, y'all? I'll go ahead and go because it's 5:19. Hi, sis. How you been? Hold on. What's that? I've been doing pretty good. Just trying to navigate these TikTok streets. That's basically it. And then working on some things to add to my website that you guys can indulge in. What I need to be doing is grabbing groceries for Sunday because I'm going to be cooking a really big meal for Easter. So, but if that be all, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and go and finish up on this ebook and all this other stuff that I have. But I do appreciate you guys coming in today. I had a really, really good time. It's always fun as usual. And, oh yeah, I have to create some content to put on my page. But I'll go ahead and go. I love y'all. Y'all have a good one. Bye. See y'all later.